Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new PlayNow. Today with a game called Steve Jobs Simulator. No, it's not that. It's Computer Tycoon as seen here through this very nice logo with the command prompt and Tycoon written on it. It's made by a studio called Progorion. It was just released on Steam Early Access and the main developer is actually on our Discord server, so if you want to bug him with questions, well, you shouldn't currently. I mean, he is kind of busy with actually fixing bugs. I mean, the game was just released, so best not bug him, but hey, you can probably ask him because he's on Discord and stuff. It's also on Twitter, follows me, and quite a nice person. You may see that there's a logo here. This isn't a version of the game that was made specifically for us. It's a thing the game has. You can add any PNG you want, any PNG file in one of the game's folders, and it'll show up here. Now our logo is huge, so it sort of got smushed in there, but it's still funny. Like it's a nice adage. So what's this game about? You start around the 70s, I think it was 1974, and you build a company that constructs computers. So it's kind of like half of Game Biz 2 or 3. I never played the first one. In terms of settings, you don't really have a lot of them currently. It's still in early access. It's still an alpha build. So the fact that it runs is already well good enough. You don't have options here at all. It's just English. You don't have the options for setting a volume, just the ability to turn off music and to set the amount of time it takes for things to autosave. Let's actually close that down. When you start a game, you have the options of choosing your name, the company name, and a bonus that you may have to your research, production, logistics, and also a difficulty level that for the most part, well, the most visible thing it affects is the amount of cash you have on hand when you start. It's about 15 million on beginner and about 8 million on normal. I don't know exactly what hard was. A later version of the game will have random events that will happen and a non-random world. In the random world mode, this is the mode we're going to see in the game. Things are not exactly historically accurate. You also get to choose your opponents. You also get to choose how you look like. You can look as like Steve Jobs, like Wozniak a bit in a suit. I don't think Woz wore a suit ever. Can be this guy, this guy, this guy, and lastly this lady. Just one of them currently. Maybe they'll add more. Also choose how many opponents you want to have, each of them having their own company, and you can customize them to your liking. I'm not going to start a new game because I already have one in progress, which took me quite some time to actually get rolling properly and not go bankrupt. Though I am kind of going bankrupt now. I am indeed going a bit bankrupt. I sort of expanded maybe a bit too much, and I'm on the point of making a brand new system, brand new computer, so we're going to use that computer to maybe avoid bankruptcy. So let's get started. This shows up when you start a new game or pretty much any time when you load a game. It tells you that it's in alpha and it's not really done. It tells you the gist of it. So what's the idea with random mode? With random mode, as seen in the text before me, it doesn't actually have historical accuracy. So you're gonna see things like Republic of Serbia instead of Yugoslavia. You're gonna see things like the Czech Republic and Slovakia instead of Czechoslovakia. Germany is one country, and the the statistics for population are completely wrong. Romania, 2 million people. No. Hungary, 500,000. No. Serbia, 1 million. Well, I'm not sure about that, but one thing I'm sure about is USA, not over 1 billion. India, also a lot closer to 1 billion than the US. China, oh wow, China got bumped really badly in this run. I think last time the USA actually had a lower population than 1 billion. They maybe had 500 million, but in random mode, everything is random, so it's kind of a mishmash of things. The idea is that you gotta choose a country at first. In this mode, you choose a country depending on what budget you have. You establish headquarters there, like I did in a lot of places because I needed more factories. Thought I had one in Finland too. Turns out I didn't. Okay, so this is your whoa. The R&D center really took off. Like this is not a 70s R&D center. Can I actually improve it even further? Yes, I can, but it'll cost me 12 million and I am not gonna spend that money currently. Also, The birds leave a very, very, very annoying blurry trail when they pass by. It's kind of infuriating. This is your headquarters. Well, one of them. You can have 7 of them at the most. Even when time is up, you can still see cars driving and birds flying. Maybe they're sensing I'm going bankrupt. Perhaps that's the idea. You can build you can build all sorts of things like an office, which is needed to upgrade certain things like factories, or laboratories, or the marketing department, or the logistics. Logistics is a very important aspect of the game because this gives you LP, logistics points, and you need those to expand into new territories. If you don't have those, doesn't matter how much money you have, you cannot just expand. You don't have the means of transporting things there. I think that's the rationalization of LP. You also have research points, which are, they're the research you have in these games generally. You use those points to research in technologies. For example, this is what I already have researched up here. And this is what I'm researching now, and this is what I can research currently, like plasma displays. I think plasma is written with an S. Access modernization, multi-desktop setups, fax machines. I'm probably not going to research those. They're horrible. Joysticks, though I think I kind of need to research those to get the thing that's after them. A map of what leads to where could have been interesting, but that would take, would have taken the mystery out of it. Also, you can research some. Okay, Sound Blaster is a sound card. It is not a device. It is a brand. That's an important thing to note. It's why Sound Blaster? Why not Roland? I've got an emulator for Roland MT32. It's amazing. Why Sound Blaster? Where's the Roland? I'm gonna research this and see if a Roland comes up. Really, I am. It only has 231 points. But currently I'm researching things like the 286 processor, a coprocessor, and all sorts of other stuff that will make the computer that's after the one I'm gonna build today a bit more advanced and useful. You also have statistics, which honestly, well, first let's talk about this. Okay, my age reset. This is the age you have when the game starts. I sort of went back in time, it seems. The idea of the game is that you want to achieve immortality. I have to unlock this technology, the digital ascension, up until I die. And there's a chance I'm gonna die every year, a small one, so I can hire bodyguards and VIP healthcare and all sorts of drugs to keep me alive until I get to upload my consciousness into a computer and ascend to godhood and become Shodan. This is the preference thing where it shows you what kind of the things that people want in my market and in the global market. My market means the place that I bought access to with LP, so I can actually sell stuff there. And this is what people want in general. Then you have the market share, which shows exactly how well I'm doing. I'm beating IBM, I think. These are kind of, see, these things, they're the same everywhere. Like the signs, these don't actually mean anything. This is the one that's important. I'm currently leading everywhere, which is quite good. Also, this is the customers. Economy levels of buyers, most of them are average, a few of them are poor, which is why I'm not selling many in Romania. And yeah, it's going well. Top countries by global sales, Tonga. Wow, these are, well, they're kind of strange. Top countries by Euro sales. Most of my stuff was sold in Poland, which is weird because Australia has about 10 times more people in it and a better economy. Yeah, that's something that happens. Also, my sales, I think they kind of, well, they had plateaued a bit, but now I increased my production and things are going well. Oh, okay, so now these things actually work. Previously, whenever I clicked on them, they would show me different numbers, and it was kind of annoying. You can probably see here that my main expenditure is the site upkeep, like this thing behind you, because I upgraded my factories on account of the production power, constantly spamming with information and don't have enough of it. We also have marketing, which lets you make billboards in areas to give more of an effect of to increase the appeal of a product on certain aspect of the performance, features, ease of use, and so forth. And video games, which doesn't seem to be working. I don't think I have enough hardware yet for video games, but I'm gonna get that soon. These are the sites I showed you before. I'm gonna get the hardware soon, but I'm gonna have a few gripes with the game first. Scrolling around the map is horrible. There's a lag to it. Like when you scroll around the map, it's not one-to-one. You're not actually moving the map. You're giving it acceleration, and it's an annoying way to scroll a map. Also, the game doesn't actually lock the mouse to the screen to its window. So because I have a multi-monitor setup, I can't scroll to the right properly. The mouse will just leave the area. It's kind of annoying. Also, you can scroll the map with your arrow keys, but you can zoom in and out, and yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. Also, when you click on a region, you get this pop-up. It's I don't know what the start thing does. I honestly have no idea. This, in case you want to sell your property or you want to, enter the region. Oh, then not this one. But the thing I hate about this pop-up is that it got stuck again. No, wait. The thing I hate about this pop-up is that you cannot click out of it if you just click outside of it, which would make sense. Like, I really want it to have an option to, if I click on it, okay, click by mistake, I want to right-click somewhere else and just pop out of it. Not have to click the X. This is annoying because sometimes you'll have windows open like this, and then you'll want to visit one of your sites like this. Okay, that's strange. Usually these things can actually work. Yeah, now they're working one. No, now it's not actually working one on top of each other. Their window ordering is not great in the game. They overlap bizarrely. Also, some of them are honestly not well designed. See, this thing has an immense scrolling thing here, like for the done things. It's just too much. You could have easily had these two side by side, this and this side by side at the full height, and just made this smaller, because you don't need this large amount of text for this information. You could have had these a bit smaller, and not that gigantic. I don't need this gigantic thing here. Just make it smaller somewhere. It's just too big. Also, a nice feature would have been for the research items to have a small pop-up here, like this is what you're currently researching, this is the progress, and this is what's next. And this is maybe an estimated date when it will be done. I don't know. Something that's a bit more like, a bit more user-friendly, something that will make me want to click on less windows and click through less of them. I like the fact that you can move them. I like the fact that you can move these, because you can't actually fit two of these on the same screen at the same time. Also, you don't really have much need of it unless you're building the computer, which is what I'm going to do now. So this is the hardware I currently have. It's outdated. It's made for one of those Altair MIPS things, which is why I call my first computer the Altair Ibn Wali Barad, which is what Altair's name was in the Assassin's Creed series. Oh, price actually went down for the recommended pricing. I'm not making a killing on these, but I did make quite a couple hundred million, and squandered it all on 101,000. That's actually quite good. So I did squander the money on upkeep. So I'm gonna make a new computer now with all the technology that I have currently. Keep in mind this: the previous PC did not even have a display. So the windows do keep flashing on and off, and it's a bit annoying, but hey, it's still in development. One thing I was kind of puzzled about is that the keyboard is an accessory, not an input, and I don't know why. Let's put both of these inputs. Okay, I can actually do that because I don't have. Can I make these obsolete? No, I don't think I can. These are here to be permanent. Escape, close. Okay, go back to hardware. Filter. They do become obsolete in what was it, 5 years, I think. Well, computers do. I think components do as well. So let's make new components. New CPU. Like I said, let's make it 10 micrometers and 8088. Yeah, that'll be it. With passive cooling, and You don't get a pop-up of what these do after you already research them. This is so it'll have a larger scale, meaning less costly to develop. You can also tweak things a bit, like give it more turbo, performance, power, unlimited power. I'm not going to do that because I don't want the cost to go up. Okay, let's create this. We have it, should have given it a name. And sadly, you can absolutely have the exact same name for both of them. It doesn't automatically change them. Let's, I cannot actually rename it now, which is kind of sad. Also note that the price of it is actually lower than the old CPU because technology has evolved. Now we're going to need a new motherboard. And the thing did that again. Let's do that. Let's give it a BIOS. Let's give it a built-in speaker, the IN connector, some passive cooling, the RAM thing, a USB bus, sound chip, and the thing that makes it cheaper. Features, quality, yeah, we're gonna need some quality here. Let's give it some features. Not exactly sure what this means actually, because these would be the features. I don't know what this is referring to, honestly. Well, features should just be these. Like that's what they're for. Create. Maybe I'm adding more of them. Maybe I'm adding more buses. You know, more stuff. Oh, maybe I'm adding polyphonic built-in speakers. Who knows? Let's create this. Should I give it a name? I forgot to give it a name. I'm just gonna add in by date. Okay, the tool to actually... Can I sort these by date? Yes, I can, so that's actually good. Now we're going to need an input device. Oh, by input it actually means... okay, now I understand what it means by input. It means not input, it means the other kind of input, the data input, not the control input. Okay, this would be the thing, SCSI. Not really much to it. Features wouldn't matter. It's still kind of crap. Okay, build this. Now we're gonna need power. Okay, XT power standard. And that should be cool. Increase something. Passive cooling, capacity. Ooh. Okay, moving capacity around that. The reason why you need more capacity is that the capacitors themselves, they do wear out with time, and it's nice to have a bit of an overhead, but it doesn't actually tell me the power envelope of my computer, so it's just kind of a slider to give it more cost and more quality at the end. Though honestly, this is a higher capacity PSU is actually a better one. I mean, I've seen 400 watt be quiet PSUs that ran computers that were outright murdering more powerful PSUs made with cheaper components. Let's make that. Memory. I do believe I actually had RAM this time. DRAM. Yeah. And the thing that makes it cheaper is speed. Yeah, that's not speed. New component. Storage. We did have hard disks now. SCSI. Quality. Now this would be where capacity actually had sense. Because this is where capacity actually should have been. Like quality, let quality be on the PSU, and here's where you put capacity because, you know, it makes sense. I mean, you need capacity on a hard disk, on a storage medium. Display, we actually went beyond blinking light indicators. Let's put the... What does this look like? Oh man, that was gnarly. Yeah, Combus's monitor. Features, let's give them feature and prestige. Let's make it expensive. Great. Okay, now we have the operating system with a graphical interface and time sharing. We just skipped over everything else. Ease of use, yeah, that's what people want. Features, sure. It's gonna cost a bundle. Actually, I think well, 43. Oh, it is more expensive than the old was, but not by much. And the GPU. This is the first computer I actually have with a GPU. Composite chips, DRAM, passive cooling. It's gonna have its own memory, performance. This thing's gonna run games like crazy. Let's call it the Voodoo. I would have put 3 O's to avoid it. So, oh my god, this is expensive. Jesus. Well, let's make it cheaper. Like, I don't think other people actually have video cards. So let's drop the price a bit. It's not worth it. My god. And yeah, these are all the components needed for a new computer, so I'm gonna build one right now. And let's make it a good one. Home computer. Accessories. Still have not actually... Wait, they actually add these now. When are they selected? Okay, now they're selected. Memory. U. Yes. No. Why do you... What? See, it's a bit confusing right now because I click on the memory. I click on this. But if I click on the text of it, it'll just basically send me into a loop. So don't click on the text, click... Oh, damn it, it's back to editing. Memory. It's taken me to the wrong screen. See, that's the better one. Click here, the computer. CPU. Click here. Where's the CPU? Where'd I put it? Where's the other one? Oh, I forgot it. No, I did sort them by date, didn't I? Okay, sorted by date. And it's not sorted by date. Look, my new CPU is not properly sorted. Game still has a lot of bugs in it, and needs a lot of bugs to be fixed before it can actually be enjoyable. Okay, storage medium. They're not fixed again. Okay, come on. Did it store them? Okay, now it moved them properly around. Mobile memory. Where was the tape drive? Okay, there is. Input. Add the computer. GPU video. It should be. It reset them right. It reset them again. What does it do it? It's kind of annoying. Let's see, where's the GPU? Display, storage, memory, display. Voodoo. Yeah, there it is. Okay, power supply, it's a very important element. Let's add it. Motherboard, of course. It's the new one. Okay, good. Storage, important. Very important. There it is. Wow, this is going to be expensive. Well, no, it's actually cheaper right now than the other one, but it doesn't have the operating system yet. There it is. Display, very important. The other one didn't have one, it just had blinking lights. Okay, so it's pretty much the same cost as the last one, but the game is recommending that I sell it for a very, very big profit, which I'm gonna try and do and see if it actually works. I'm actually gonna have to put this into testing first, or I can just release this as and it'll be probably horrible. Also, where's the mouse? Like I haven't yet had the opportunity to research the mouse. Maybe I have to visit Xerox Spark and steal it from them, like everybody did. 3000, create prototype. And now let's actually accelerate time. Let's actually, oh my, yeah, this is the thing I hate. Okay, so now that we've made this, let's go back to the thing that's annoying. It keeps telling me that I don't have enough manufacturing capacity. This is my manufacturing capacity point pool. This never drops. There is no visual indication, apart from the pop-up, that I'm running out of capacity. This just tells me that if a computer needs X amount of points, then that's how much it takes, and this is my pool for a day, basically. I have this amount of points a day to produce computers. So that means that maybe the pop-up is trying to tell me that I'm running out of production points to keep up with demand for that day. That's the only thing I can explain to myself, but what is the amount of demand I am actually trying to reach? What's the amount of production points that I have to try and meet in order to actually get it to not show that pop-up anymore? Because I don't know. It's not something oh, it started again. It's starting to see the text will float over itself. It will display random things at times, and it can get seated again. Sometimes when I click on, yeah, now it reset. It can get a bit annoying, quite annoying. Okay, this is still researching, so let's see. It's in prototype phase. I did not give it a name. Okay, let's give it a name. The game will remember the last name you typed in. This is gonna be the let's call it, and the text windows constantly lose focus. It's a bit annoying. Even when saving games, they lose focus. Let's call it the Amiga.
Your new computer model is
And it's marketed. Okay, it's marketable. See this? It's annoying. So let's take it to market. You can keep one product only for 5 years. Okay, it's on the market. Sold. Okay, it's selling like hotcakes already. It's selling quite well. The first time I made a computer, it sold maybe 100 units in a month. This is selling quite well. And I'm selling it at a premium, like a very high premium. Like this is not a little. I just hope it'll be enough to actually offset the loss I'm taking from the other stuff. Now, actually being able to click on these and take it directly to the budget would have been nicer. This take it to production, this take it to research. Well, you have the buttons down here, but when you have them up here as well, why bother? You can actually have them both, you know. Upper info bar. Your name needs to become immortal. The game still needs a bit more spelling. Become doesn't have an A there. But in the meantime, I did find out that Goddess does have 2 Ds in it. Kind of makes sense when you think about it. It helps if you have a dirty mind. It does. I was planning an expansion to the United States, but it's going to cost me about 100 million, so no. I did expand it to Canada. Canada cost me 15 million to actually get here. It was very expensive. I still have no idea what this does. Did that just accelerate time for a bit? I think it did. Cancel. Let's see. Let's look at the sales now. Does it tell me? I would have liked individual charts for all my... Again with that thing. Okay, I'm going to take the other one off production to see if it helps. It's already sold 3,000 units. Nice, nice. I can't take it off production, can I? No, I don't see how. There's no options for it. There's... How do I make it not be produced anymore? Also, let's see. Can I actually do something with video games now? No, I still cannot do anything with video games. Okay, so what do the Canadians prefer? They prefer the ease of use and features, I believe. So let's market features to them. Also, the interface doesn't actually work properly because the mouse pointer is sort of a bit above where the pointer actually is. So it's a pixel or two above where the icon itself ends. And it can make things a bit annoying. See? I'm clicking sort of next to it for it to work, sometimes even below it, a whole lot below it, or maybe the buttons, the check marks are not properly set with the GUI, the actual graphics of them. Okay, let's advertise. I think I started. Have I started? Let's start again. I don't know. This whole panel is a bit kind of squirrely. Okay, so this is dominance. I'm currently not dominating anywhere. Well, I'm in Australia because I'm the only one. Nobody's dominating in Romania anymore, or Spain. I'm the only one in Spain and nobody's buying my stuff? Why? Market share. I see, when this is open, nothing else can be clicked on, which is kind of annoying. Again with that thing. I'm gonna shut down some production somewhere. Let's see. What can I shut down around here? Can I actually shut this down? The department budget, daily cost, I can actually remove that. Laboratory, can I? Yeah. Let's see, 20,000. Let's turn it down. Marketing, you don't actually have anything. Office, cannot turn that down. What other places do I have? Let's see, Sweden. Let's switch to Bosnia. I just have a level 1 factory here, which I'm gonna upgrade now, so I can have more capacity, so the game will stop telling me I don't have enough capacity. I'm not sure exactly what he means by that. Cannot turn the budget down on this, or this, or this. I'm actually gonna upgrade this, the marketing, see what else shows up. Let's turn the budget on this. Wealth bonus, 10%, yay! Office bonus, 10%, player bonus. Wait a minute. Oh, that's the bonus of the Department of Finance, not. Yeah, that's the Department of. Wait a minute. Factory bonus minus. Wait a minute. The tooltip isn't actually built in yet. This is the player bonus I would have gotten for my money if I had chosen this instead of research. The wolf bonus. This should be the cost. Because I thought the game encouraged me to build into a poor region first because, you know, they will have lower wages. But the wealth seems to actually affect my my performance, my ability to actually build things, which is a bit counterintuitive because everything is built in China on account of it being cheap. Like even qualified labor there is still cheaper than everyone else. Let's see, again with the thing. I don't know what you mean by the thing. I have no clue. Also, you can add sort of overlays on the map with where people want features the most. Like Zambia is the place where people Zambia is where people want the most features. Prestige power is very sought after in UK. Performance, a lot of people in South Sudan want performance. Ease of use, pretty much everybody. Brazil especially wants ease of use. Quality, and Ukraine sort of cares about it. You can also show the dominance of your opponents. This is where they have expanded. They expanded in quite a lot of places. Probably gonna need more more expansion to actually get more sales. I think. Kinda not sure because I'm turning a profit again. Let's actually set time to the highest. Yeah, turning a profit again. Okay, so I'm turning down the budget was the right call. Don't really have enough logistics points to actually expand anywhere, and making more places for. Again, I don't know what you mean. Can I remove the other computer from the market to stop producing this one so I can produce the other one? I don't know. This one hasn't shifted any sales at all in a while, so it can't be taking up production. Okay, I have 19,000. How many units does this thing need? Manufacturing price, units sold. The production power. Yeah, this is the production power needed. So I can make a lot of them. Jeez, I can make a lot of them. And that's 190,000. This is just... Basically, I can make 100 of them a day. I think it's just trying to autosave yet. Did. Am I selling 100 of them a day? Yes. I'm selling exactly 100 of them a day. So this is what it means. I'm at the capacity at which I'm selling them. There's more demand than I am able to actually, cover at a daily basis, but there is no actual indicator for the demand as far as I found. I have indicators for my global share, the share of other people, but there should be an indicator for how yes, I heard you. I need more factories. Let's see, we're gonna build a bigger factory level. I'm gonna need a recreation center level 3 for actually do this. Upgrade. It's gonna cost some money. It's gonna cost a lot to keep it running. Level 3, level 2 they got a gym. You said this already. Come on. Building this. Well, it's not that expensive. I mean, this is the cheapest one. Actually, building the factory to level 3 is going to cost a bundle. And bam. At level 3, they're going to get a, what was it? An ice cream shop? Burgers, ice cream, and I know, stop with the pop-up. An option to make that pop-up just pop up somewhere down here and, you know, not need to be clicked on to be dismissed would have been nicer. Currently, it's just kind of annoying. Let's upgrade this. Production is going to be increased by 100,000. I think. Hopefully, it should be fine. And profits already going down. Things are already awful. Things are already awful. I just upgraded. And profits are going up. And we went down a bit and up a bit and down a bit. Let's see. It's selling at 54. That's selling better. I think 150 now. No, wait, it's still selling at the same rate. The number is kind of small, so it's... Oh, god damn it. Will it increase if I actually click on it? Okay, there, I can see it better here. 25, 7, 866, 513, 660. It's still sitting at around 140. Okay, I don't get it. It's not demand. It's not that I've reached the peak of I don't even know how many of them I'm producing actually. I'm just seeing how many of them I'm selling. One thing that this game really needs is actually better use of logistics. Like the game-based series actually has you build warehouses to store your stuff, your inventory. It is that game is compared to this one. It is anally attentive to detail. It's bordering on not being a game. It's a simulator that people should try before getting a job. This is more of a watered down version, I would say, but yeah, I can still see it being good and making I can still see it be fun and interesting. But currently, it's a bit mind-boggling why that thing keeps popping up. It's annoying. It doesn't give you enough feedback. I hope that'll be fixed in future versions. I mean, it is still alpha, so there's still a long way to go. The game is available on Steam, like I said, for the price of €10, so it's not actually a lot of money. And if you do want something that's not as... Let me put it to you like this. GameBiz will make you pull out your hair because it is insanely complicated. You can play that one, but you will go insane. But it is great. This one is a more accessible version of the same idea. Only in that one you could actually make your own games as well because it was called GameBiz. So this is not available. Okay, this one actually works. Newspaper campaign. Affect the country, make people more interested. Ooh, I can actually... Oh, I can manipulate them, which is nice. Cool. Cool. Well, I'm gonna be back soon with a new PlayNow. The idea is that this game still needs some development. I like the idea. I like the way some bits are implemented. I like building your computer with parts like this. It just needs some more refinement from a technical aspect, and maybe the interface could use a bit more polish, you know, with getting rid of having to click on this exact text to make that thing is useless. It's a useless thing. It's a useless thing. Just don't have it there. I click on it. I go. Just make it ask me if I want to buy it or not, or if it's one of mine. Just go into it or zoom into it or something. It's a thing that shouldn't be there. It's a needless extra click that's kind of hassling and annoying. Other than that, yeah, it's a game that I can enjoy. Like I said, I even played GameBiz and I liked it, and I didn't go insane up until the third one, or until I started making hardware in the second one, which is kind of the same thing. I'm gonna be back again soon with a new PlayNow video game. Until then, we'll have fun and enjoy our shows, and check out Computer Tycoon if you enjoyed it from the show, or check it out later when it's more polished. Goodbye.